There's too many targets, too many attacks at me from different quarters. As I speak with you right now, I'm not so sure about being able to gain access back to my Facebook, but I'm hoping that something will happen with the techies working on that for me. So I'm trying this option to see if this is a mobile option. Anytime I'm struggling to do my regular studio set and it's not working, I usually resort to mobile option like this. Okay, so I don't know if YouTube is active, is live, because I only got notification now from, I can only see notification from Periscope. Let me check. But if you can see me on YouTube, let me know. Just say hi, so I can save your chat. Let me see. Let me even see how many channel is active right now. YouTube is okay. 1 second. Let me wait for more people. We're not active on. It's live, but what are the channels? What are the channels that are getting signals? Only Periscope is online at the moment. I'm waiting for other platforms to respond. I'm having troubles. Okay. If you're online, please. Yes, I can see you. Osasoge Dahosa. You're welcome. Who else is there? I want to be sure that this is working. Okay, YouTube is now active too, I can see. All right. So, all right. So let's get started. So this is what I do using the mobile option. One corner of my studio whenever I try to do my regular studio set and it's not working. Like we tried twice already tonight to come online. Yes, you're welcome, Folakon Kani. I see you. Yes, so Vincent Osaze, you're welcome. So I'm doing this video to quickly in honor and in humility, respond to Dr. Sunday Adelaja with respect to the meeting between Sowore and Nnamdi Kanu, which they think, which he believes, he opines may have been conceived erroneously. All right, so I'll quickly do that, but before then I want to say that you people have to understand that so many things are happening. Okay, they are trying seriously to really bug us. They are doing everything, including from the techie angles, from the techie background, from the every angle. Now, sometimes you'll be walking and you notice some people trailing you. You understand it? Sometimes you just be walking. I got to devise so many things lately. At the point I decided to stop driving my car, they have marked it. And then so many things. They'll just look at you and like some people will ask you questions. They want to be sure. Are you sure, Golo? Yeah. He'll be like. So some SSS guys approached me during the protest and said, "You run the page on YouTube?" I said, "Yes." Say, "Okay, I've been seeing your work. So this is you?" I say, "Yes." And I also want to apologize to Victor, the Sahara Reporters guy that was arrested. If I were to still be there at the time, I probably would not have allowed it happen, because it was only Senam, that lady that was filming for Sahara Reporters, that was speaking for him. If I was there, maybe I would not have allowed it happen, because most of the other journalists who would have spoken for him do not know him. All right, but they know me. So because while I was there, they attempted to pick me up too, But because I was with other journalists and all of them were greeting me, Baba, Olo, how far now, So they looked at me and like, okay, we can't pick him here. But I noticed that they actually wanted to pick me up. I noticed it. They tried to use a soldier, they tried to use somebody in Mufti. They tried different things too, and I knew I could disappear from there, so I had to use 1 + 1 2. But that aside, Dr. Sunday Adelaja did something earlier today that my attention was drawn to. Ordinarily, I would not have even, I would just scroll past such a thing if I came across it. I would not respond to, because how many people do you want to respond to? But because when somebody drew my attention to this and said, I need you to listen to this, and it's somebody that, you know, had given support to me in the past among people who had, you know, extended assistance to us on this channel. So she said she wanted me to, that's Mrs. Toyin Oribo, said she wanted me to listen to DSA, that it might be something I will also consider. So I listened to it and I heard Dr. Sunday Adelaja saying that the meeting between Sowore and Nnamdi Kanu was uncalled for, that it was an undermining of the effectiveness that Sowore would have had if he had continued without having to smear himself. I understand. Smear is what he intended to describe. That he had eventually smeared himself by, you know, having any alliance with Nnamdi Kanu. But what I feel is this. I feel that Dr. Adelaja is speaking from the position of understanding that Sowore is also fighting for Yorubas and Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Igbos. Okay? And I also understand that Dr. Sunday Adelaja may also be misinterpreting the mission that Sowore, you know, the mission that made Sowore go to Nnamdi Kanu, or made them meet. As a result, I want to just clarify with humility. You see, there is historical antecedent to this. I don't know whether I'm still live because I'm not seeing people buzzing, because from this camera I cannot tell if I'm still live. I'm using comment on this tab to determine. So I need people to keep you know, commenting so that I can be sure I'm still live. Okay, 1 sec. Let me check. All right, am I still live? All right, let me continue. So then I want to quickly tell Dr. Sunday Adelaja a few things that he may not be, you know, conscious of, or he may not be conversant with. It is not his fault that he does not know those things. It is just that he might have you know, okay, thank you all. So he may not just be conscious of this fact. You see, Sowore is playing one role that all of us should give him an award for, and I will explain. He's playing one role that the federal government has shied away from for a very long time. Sowore is playing one role. Okay, thank you everybody from France, USA, everybody. I greet you. So Sowore is playing a role that federal government should even award him for, and the reason is simple. Historically, the Igbo people feel marginalized. They feel like they have been so cheated. They don't feel like they are part of this country. The agitation, therefore, is legitimate. A people who feel like other tribes within the same nation ganged up against them and feel secluded or feel like the victim, while the rest of them are rotating power between themselves. Because of that, they feel alienated, and they therefore decided that it might be expedient to create their own nation, since they are not parts of the existing one. After all, there was no negotiation that we were coming together. Nigeria is a product of iniquity, you know, a marriage of inconvenience worked by the amorous relationship between Lord Lugard and his girlfriend Flora Shaw. Do you understand it? So after all, we were not brought together by any negotiation or consultation. So if anybody is alienated, they might as well have the right to just say, okay, we don't want to be part of this thing again, since you are not carrying us along with your arrangements. As a result, they may have a legitimate grouse and ground for which they are asking to leave. Therefore, a sensible federal government should have made efforts, contrived efforts, serious and sincere efforts to reach out to these people, listen to their agitations, and look for a workable solution to make them feel included again. Because they asked for a referendum and you did not give it to them, they decided to resort to war. Sowore met Nnamdi Kanu, and if you listen to his video, his speeches very well, he said that he told Nnamdi Kanu why he does not support what he's doing, even though he feels that he has legitimate grounds and ground to fight. But the approach to the fight is what he does not approve. He told Nnamdi Kanu that, come, we understand that you have legitimate ground. It is the federal government that is not listening to your yearning because the country is not working. He then told him that, look, you are not the only ones that are oppressed. Even Yoruba, me too, Shegun, are they oppressed? So it is not ethnic war. It is a war. It is a class struggle. It's not ethnic struggle. So Sowore played the role that the federal government shied away from by going to talk to Nnamdi Kanu that, okay, we understand your grouse, but what can we do to make you feel included? We don't want this country to break. Nnamdi Kanu had a legitimate reason to want the Biafran, section cut out of Nigeria, because they have been secluded over the years, while Yoruba and Hausa are doing power brokerage between themselves and exchanging to themselves and rotating between themselves. But it will take proper explanation and meeting, consultation and conference to say, come, let us look at this thing. We can work it in a better way. You are still part of us. In fact, let us look at another thing that can help too, so that you feel included. What do you think? Table your demands. That is how to do things like that. So Sowore went to meet him on behalf of Nigerians to say, please don't separate. We don't want Nigeria to break. That is the role the federal government is supposed to be playing. Sowore is playing it on behalf of an insensible federal government. So we understand your ground, so, but see, we don't want Nigeria to break. We are stronger together. We understand your grounds. He is not yet president and is playing that role. We are supposed to clap for him. And Nnamdi Kanu agreed that, okay, it is true, and then we can work together. So my own position, which is what I have been saying for a very long time, not many people agree, not many people heard me then, so I will say it again now that more people are joining the platform. My own personal view is that the Biafrans feel alienated because they feel marginalized, and that is why they are asking to break away. And why do they feel marginalized? They don't feel government, they don't feel the presence of government, they don't feel governance, they don't feel federal government's presence in their region for a very long time. But hey, the question I have is, excuse me, if IPOB is saying that the Igbos are not feeling federal government's presence, I've not been feeling it for a very long time. The question is, me, Nko, I am in the southwest. Do I feel federal government presence? No. I grew up in Ota. I did not leave Ota throughout the time Obasanjo was president. For 8 solid years. Obasanjo was always flying to his farm in Ota every Friday, every weekend by helicopter. He did not fix the road. We still have the relics there. On the road is still as terrible. So 8 years. Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB are angry. But me too, with the Southwest, I don't feel federal government. Electricity, no day. I'm always improvising light. Okay, so what are we enjoying in the Southwest that IPOB, or sorry, that the Igbos do not have in their region to make them feel marginalized? We too don't have them. We don't have them. As a result, you see, the Biafran agitation is a metaphor of the alienation or the exclusion of all of us from the country. Not only the Igbos, I feel excluded too. Oh, or you think when they are sharing their bullion van from body loan, you think they give it to me? No. So there's nothing we are enjoying here that is not there in the Southeast. We don't have anything here that you don't have in the Southeast. It's not as if you have anything in exclusivity that you don't have in the Southeast. We have bad roads, you have bad roads. We don't have electricity, or we have epileptic power supply. You have epileptic power supply also in the Southeast. We have poorly funded education sector here. You have the same thing in the Southeast. We don't have good health sector. You don't also have good healthcare centers. So tell me what we have here that you don't have. Apart from this, they say seaport because you are businessmen. I understand. So, but when you say you feel marginalized, my brother, I'm saying the word Biafra. The word Biafra is no longer the meaning of the Igbo word that it is. It has now evolved. It has transited into a metaphorical word to describe all of us who are oppressed and are marginalized. Do you get it? Let me say that nobody had a control over who will give birth to them. Nobody had control over whether your parents will be Christian or Muslims. Nobody had control before they were given birth to whether you'll be given birth to by a white or a black. Whether your parents will be rich or poor. Whether your parents will be Hausa, Igbo or Yoruba. Whether you grew up in the Southeast or Southwest or South or North Central or anywhere. Nobody had control. As a result, it is not my fault that I grew up as Segun Olo, a Yoruba boy in the Southwest. It is also not your fault that you grew up as Nnamdi in the Southeast. Do you understand? Therefore, we should conscientize ourselves. And I've always said this, that you should stop seeing the Igbos as betrayers. The Igbos must also stop seeing the Yorubas as betrayers. And I'll repeat a story I told before on this platform. The Igbos have always said, oh, Yorubas betrayed us. And I will ask why. Most of them my age mates. Some younger than me. It's because the Yorubas betrayed us. We can't trust them again. Okay, how the Yorubas betray you? They'll say because Awolowo advised Gowon that they should cut the food supply to the Biafran soldiers so that they are weak and captured. And I said, okay, I was not there during Awolowo time. You were also not there during Ojukwu time. Whatever happened between them at the time was war. But we are not fighting war now. I am Segun. You are Uche. I am not Awolowo. You are not Ojukwu. But see, we have the same problem. Your problem is that you are marginalized. My problem is that I am also marginalized. But I tell you that there's something called class struggle. The people who are betraying you right now are not Yorubas. They are your Southeast brothers and governors. Oh, was it me that asked the federal government to send python down to the southeast when you were clamoring for IPOB, independent Biafra? It was not me. Do you understand? So you cannot therefore be victimizing me because I'm also a victim. Oh, if an average Igbo person now, if you ask them question, they feel like they are fighting you. When they say Biafra, the next thing is they start seeing other ethnic groups as enemies. It's not automated. I'm not your enemy. I am not. I am not the person who caused the sorrows, the pains that we are all going through. There's nothing you are going through that I'm also not going through. Okay? I'm not the person who sends Python dance. Ask your governors who approved it, who had Southeast governors meeting and recommended that instead of declare state of emergency, send soldiers to come and wipe these boys out of the state. I am not the person who did it. Yet you are still sitting down on your Android keypad and accusing Shegun, Peju, Tunde, and every other Yoruba guys that they are betrayers. We were not the ones who asked the federal government to send Python dance and wipe you out. As a matter of fact, some of us sympathize with your struggle. The only reason we could not immediately identify with it was because the method you approached, you adopted. Do you know that some of these guys, because they were asking for independent Biafra and we were still studying, what are these guys asking for? Okay, how can we help them to push it? How can we help them to ask for a referendum? But before we could even say Jack Robinson, they already started abusing and accusing our father, our mother, everybody. A fellow victim, you are accusing a fellow victim, abusing his father and mother, cursing him. He has not done anything to you. He's also a victim like you. You are accusing him, you are abusing him. You have bad roads, he also has bad roads. You have bad government, he also has bad government. There's no electricity in your place. Me too, I don't have electricity in the southeast. Poor healthcare sector, the same thing for me. So what makes you think that I'm included, that you are excluded? We are both excluded. But the rulers, the Igbo rulers, they are at the dining table with, see, they only look for ethnic collaborators when they want to do their division game. But it would have been very impossible for the federal government to do anything to your people if there are no internal collaborators among the Igbos who are powerful in your status. Yeah, I said so. So your betrayers are not the other ethnic groups. Your betrayers are your own prominent people who are in cahoots with the federal government because of what they are eating or benefiting at the moment. I tell you for free. They are the ones who are causing your throws. Just as our own leaders too are the ones causing our own throws. Do you understand it? So Uche, Nnamdi, Chukwudi, we are all victims. I'm also a victim. So stop seeing me as your enemy. Our oppressors are united. They don't want Nigeria to break because they are benefiting from it. I'm not also looking for Nigeria to break. But get what? If the two of us connect together and fight these oppressors, it will be better. My recommendation is this. If we fix this country, if we come together, fight our oppressors, chase them out, whether by ballot or by whatever means. So if we can chase them out and let us have proper government, proper national government, not Fulani government against other people, not Yoruba government against other people, not Hausa government against other people. If we can have a government, national government, for just 4 years and we taste good governance, proper healthcare sectors across the entire country, proper roads across the entire country, electricity supply uninterrupted throughout the country, seaports, everything throughout the country. Let us try that for 4 years, and let us ask you, bro, do you still want to go? Let us see whether you want to break. It is because we have not tasted governance before. That is why all of us are looking at, let us go back to our regions. But I ask you, if you go your separate ways, who are going to be your leaders there? Are they not the same oppressors who will split themselves again and regroup to continue to control you? Is it not the same oppressors who will also regroup in the southwest and continue to oppress us? It is not. It is. See, you have governors. Take them to account. Okay? This on our pikin, no touch am. That is our problem. But let us start taking everybody to account from state to state. You would see that we are stronger even together. So Sowore then decided to say, okay, let me reach out to these people. This country should not break. We are not big enough to even still be breaking. Let us reach out to them. He is doing a task that the federal government has failed to do since 1963. 1963, the federal government failed in that role. Sowore decided to play the role. Let me reach out to these people. Let's talk to them. We might be able to come up with something that is workable for all of us, so that they can drop the agitation to break away. That is what Sowore told Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu reasoned and was like, okay, it's like truly all of us are oppressed, and we can come together as oppressed people and work a solution out. So they both agreed, and they gave themselves a handshake, and from there the comradeliness started. So Sowore is looking to reintegrate, to psychologically reintegrate the angry Igbo people back to Nigeria. So is that the person the DSS is supposed to be putting in jail when you are supposed to be giving him an award? This country is not intelligent. All right, this country government, the government of Nigeria, is never intelligent. Sowore is trying to reintegrate the angry and excluded Biafra people back into Nigeria and let them taste governance, as in give them good governance. Let them not feel like living anymore. Do you know, if you have proper governance for just 4 years and you ask them whether they still want to live, if you roll out the referendum, I bet you that more than half of them will say they don't want to live anymore, that they are good together with their brothers from the north and their brothers from the south. Yes, they will not want to leave. But because your oppressors are using money to divide all of us, you are seeing fellow victim as enemy. No, I'm not your enemy. I'm also a victim. I'm marginalized too. In fact, as you are shouting Biafra there, some of us here, we are quietly shouting Oduduwa. Ask grandson. Ask grandson now. Some people in the in Hausa land too are asking for Arewa Republic. So you are not the only one who feels marginalized now. So they want you to keep chanting the agitation for seclusion or secession or balkanization or whatever word you want to use for it, so that they can use it to charge you for terrorism or treasonable felony. That's what they want to do, so that they will continue to make demon out of you. But there are some of us who understand that it is a wrong move. But instead of you to let all of us come together and say, no, the federal government is trying to do this or that against all of us, instead of us to let us do that, you are fellow making enemy hostility with fellow victims who should have helped out. That's what you are doing. But you can realize and retrace your steps and let all victims connect and come back together. We don't need all these divisions. Igbo people, Yoruba people. No, wrong. Nigerians. Do you get it now? So, having said that, I will take some comments. I know a lot of people are saying so many things. Okay, some people still say they are Biafrans, they are not Nigerians. Okay, well, let's accept everybody's opinion. But so, Dr. Sunday Adelaja, that's where I'm going. Sowore's role by going to meet Nnamdi Kanu is a very noble mission. He wanted to see how they can be re-included in the society in Nigeria, at least for the moment when we can work something together as oppressed people. And by the time we have tasted this brotherly love and coordinated working together to make a good nation great together, if you still want to go after them, you will decide it. But if you don't have a good country, you cannot have a system that allows even referendum in the first place. This system as it stands right now does not allow referendum. But if we all work together, we can create a system that allows even for referendum. Do you get it? So that's the point. Yes, Charles, you're welcome. Everybody, you're welcome. No better one will be. They are the ones sponsoring all these aids, so we don't hold hands together and fight the oppressors. Yes. We don't need divisions at all. We need to come together. But Nigeria is a Muslim country. We Biafra are Christians, okay? You see comments. See? This one is even religionizing it already. It's not only about the ethnic division anymore. It's about Muslim Nigeria, Christian Biafra. So who told you my own religion is Islam? I'm a Yoruba boy, but I'm a Christian. Do you get what we are saying at all? Box D says, Shegun, what's the update about Sowore? Sowore was going to be arraigned today. Sowore was summarily arraigned before because they have no right to continue to keep him. So they needed to either obtain ex parte judgment from a competent court to obtain order to continue. They want to have courts right from courts to continue to detain him. So they went to a federal high court to ask for the right to continue to detain him for 90 days while they look for anything to charge him. But the court did not grant them. So they fixed August 8th in 2 days. I understand. Oh, tomorrow now, because we are already on Wednesday, to determine, that suit. All right. Then, what other update is there? Yes, the Sahara Reporters guy that was arrested during the protest yesterday has been released today after he met the conditions, the condition of bail. But there are still more comrades in detention. They were granted bail today because we already told them that you cannot continue to hold people in police detention without charging them. So they decided to summarily arraign them before a magistrate at Yaba. They did. The magistrate granted them bail. The magistrate granted them bail, and then gave them bail in the sum of 100,000 and 2 shorties, but they were not able to get the 2 shorties, so they went to remand them at Kirikiri. So we have about 5 comrades presently in Kirikiri prison. They will be sleeping in Kirikiri until we find shorties for them, and 100,000 naira each for all of them to get bail. So that's the situation. And instead of all of us to come together and work to stop all these oppressions, Some people will be dragging, when you are driving the way forward, some people will be dragging it back. Some people, you are saying let's do this, they will not listen. No, me, I'm not there. I shall want my Biafra. You were not even there when they started the war for Biafra. You were not there. What led to the agitation for Biafra? You don't even know. What matters is you feel your parents were unjustly treated. I'll feel the same way. But the people who fought that war are no longer here. And the people you want to be fighting against are not the perpetrators. They are also victims who did not also like that history even ever happened. I don't like that story, that civil war ever happened. I don't like it. Don't hold me responsible for it. I don't also like it, because war slows down progress. Things will be destroyed, and to even restore or to repair these damages take time, let alone even having incremental development. So I don't like that there was an incursion to the development of Nigeria caused by the 1963 civil war. I don't like it. Sorry, 1966 civil war, not 60. 63 was Republican government. I don't like it. But you are holding me responsible for it by making me enemy of what I was. Alright? So let's leave that. No better will say, no, we are a Muslim country. It's just a sponsorship. See, until we get it right about all this religion, ethnicity, and all this, they'll continue to hold us to ransom and continue to control us. Who and who? Nigeria is not a Muslim country. Nigeria is a secular state where anybody is allowed to practice their religion. It's just unfortunate that we have leaders in position who are trying to use religious coloration to divide people the more. That's where the problem is. Otherwise, Nigeria is a secular state. Nobel says, hi Mr. Sheikh, I'm sorry I didn't say hi. I'm so unhappy with the way things are going in our dear country, and our people don't get what this ruling class are trying to do to us. Yes, our oppressors do not have tribe when it comes to oppressing us. You see the way Okorocha, Oshomole, Amosun, the other, all of them are together when they want to share money. But the average guys from Yoruba and Hausa and Igbo tribe, they see themselves as enemy, whereas your oppressors are united. Wait, the other time, if you are saying APC is the problem with Nigeria, and you are making it look like APC is a Yoruba party, you are making a mistake. Joe Igbokwe is one of the spokesperson in APC and is not a Yoruba. Okay, so he's in the APC too. Joe Igbokwe is one of the biggest people who oppose the agitation for Biafra and calling Nnamdi Kanu a fraud. There are many. I'm just using Joe Igbokwe as an example for you. So don't see me as your enemy. The biggest enemies are your own senior brothers in government. They are the ones. I feel marginalized too. So we Biafra are Christian, we don't need Muslim. I think I will have to stop reading your own comment because you don't seem to understand. That's why I've taken my time because of only you to be explaining this thing. Mike G, how can president of Mieti be president of Nigeria? What's a double standard we are watching? Come on, Buhari will never have any clue. Well, the reality is that for as long as most of you did not come out to vote, we'll continue to have this situation. For as long as you sit down and say it doesn't concern me, you open your shop on election day, we will continue to have this situation. For as long as we don't all fight, Sowore is calling for a nationalistic revolution. When he's calling for revolution, he's not asking that we should go and carry gun. He's saying that he wants to reawaken the consciousness of everybody into political, political reawakening, whatever language you want to use there. He wants everybody to be politically conscious so that we can fight we can continue to protest and agitate that things get better. If as you are carrying it here, you are also carrying it there, don't you know that we will achieve results? But if you are carrying it here and some other people sit back and say, that Yoruba idiot, deal with him. It reminds me of a story my father used to tell me when I was much younger. He said some people will sit on a tree and they will say, cut this tree, Jari. You have forgotten that you are sitting on the same tree. If they cut it, where do you think you will be? You will fall now. That is what you people are doing. Stop it. It doesn't make sense. If that Biafra struggle was not carried as an ethnic war, you would have won it. Seriously, you would have won. How would you have won? If you had made all of us feel it, if you had articulated it enough and let all of us feel like it's something, excuse me, that concerns all of us. The more everybody talks, the weakened the federal government is. But because you made it look like ethnic war, you are making enemy of a fellow victim. So we decided to say, what are these ones trying to do? Are you calling for war against us? Do you understand it? That is what Sowore is trying to correct by saying all of us should unite across the country. Average people should unite. Okay. How about the comrades arrested? Hope they have been released. All the comrades that were arrested have been taken to Kirikiri. Because even though the magistrate court granted them bail this morning, they were not able to meet the condition. 100,000 naira each and 2 shorties each. So, not all of them were able to get the monies requested of them and the 2 shorties. But works are ongoing to see how they will be rescued. We have to come together to fight this. Neither Igbo nor Hausa can do it alone. Exactly. Imagine the protest called by Sowore yesterday. If as it was happening in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and everywhere in the east, imagine how the country would have almost been paralyzed, and they would be forced to listen to us. Do you understand it? And anything we make demand of by calling that kind of protest again in future, they will listen to us because they know how powerful it will be. But let me quickly round off. Okay, somebody says you have a seaport, you have an airport, go to the oil companies in the southeast. Majority of the workers there are also Fulani Yoruba. But let me respond to that. It is also what we are fighting for. You think I'm happy that you don't have seaports? Of what use is the seaport in Apapa? Go and look at how blocked that road is. We want there to be seaport in everywhere so that I can relieve the seaport in Lagos. Do you understand it? We want the seaport in Lagos to be relieved when you have your own. But because they are not allowing these things to happen and we are fighting for it, but you are still fighting those of us that are fighting for it, it doesn't let the battle become successful or the struggle become successful. So I'm rounding off now. I want to say that please, Enugbeo, it's not been easy. Fueling car, buying data every day, flying bike to go and do this, go and do that, easy. This struggle is not cheap. Struggle is not cheap. We need support. So anybody, please, who has, I want to appreciate Yinka again. Some of you will remember Yinka as the person who gave me this tab that I'm using to read comments whenever I'm using mobile app to go live. He's also the person that gave me the microphone you see me using to conduct interviews. So Yinka again reached out yesterday and gave me 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira. I finished spending it. I bought data. I bought fuel to move around. And I used some of them to also fly bike. Because in Lagos, you cannot be sure of meeting 3 targets in a day because of traffic. So sometimes when you get to where there's traffic, you park, carry bike to complete the journey. And bike is as expensive as 5 times the cost of regular transport. And the reason is simple. The reason is that they will charge you higher because there's traffic. So you fly back to, and you fly back, coming back to come and pick your car where you left it off. And you would have even paid security where you park the car to make sure that they allow you park and help you secure your car before you come back. So it is expensive to do struggle, especially in Nigerian context. Don't also forget that we have comrades that need support, and we have to be, going up and down to support them, buying credit card, making call, buying data to be able to stay online, get data, information, and share, moving from one place to the other. We need Enugbe, Enutigbe, seriously. I also want to thank Mrs. Tony Origbo. She also reached out, I think, was it 2 days ago now? Yeah. She also reached out to send little support. My account number, let me call it, please. Let me call it Cindy Albert. My account number, and for everybody too, let me call the account number. The account number is 0036909767. 0036909767. I say it for the third time. 0036909767. The name is Olawoye Oluwasegun, and the bank is GT Bank. Guaranteed Trust Bank. 0036909767. Plenty Water says he likes my wristwatch. This wristwatch is also courtesy of the same Yinka I'm talking about. Yinka bought this wristwatch for me. Smart wristwatch. He also bought the lapel mic I'm using to talk to you right now. He also bought this tab. Right? And the microphone you see me using when I'm conducting interview. He also bought it. It's not Gorilla Trust Bank, or it's Guaranteed Trust Bank. Troublemaker. Or if you are Biola. By the way, one of the biggest shareholders in Guaranteed Trust Bank, one of their bosses is Fola Adiola. So, what if you are Biola, if you want to be mischievous by calling it Gorilla Trust Bank, don't forget that the name of one of the owners is Fola Adiola. Alright, people. So, God bless everybody. Yes, thank you for helping me to pray for Yinka. Yinka is a very wonderful guy. Can the police arrest millions of youth on the streets? They can't. But the question is, where are the millions of youths that want to come out? On Monday protests, the police were more than the protesters. Mike G, name is Olawoye Oluwasegun Akinpelu. Olawoye, Olawoye, Olawoye Oluwasegun. That's the name on the account number. BJ, my WhatsApp number is 081 70 74 another 74 24 081 70 74 74 24. That's the WhatsApp number for everybody. Yeah, you are still afraid. Gorilla Trust Bank. Okay. All right, now, so that's it, people. Please send something that can carry something. You know what I mean? It's not easy. This struggle is expensive. My enemy don't dry. So that's the information. What other updates do I need to give before I leave? What other updates? Yes, they have been making attacks on my Facebook, because the Facebook started doing series. It started getting so busy exposing so many. There are so many things you can't do on YouTube. So if you're not already following on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, please do. Because during the daytime we share so many information from other channels. There are so many information you cannot put on YouTube, because I like to be original on YouTube. Only my own content, except I'm just making reference during my own content. And the reason is simple. I don't want people to be doing what copyright claims and asking YouTube to strike my account. They did it to me many times already, and I want to avoid it as much as possible. But if you want us to be getting the information as they're happening, go to Facebook, look for Object TV Media, and follow the page. Go to Twitter, do the same. Go to Instagram, do the same. We share all sort of information that are useful during the day. I mean, every day, during the day and every day on those platforms. But YouTube, I only do live here or post some other information that I know that I created. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. Just Reconciliation Ministry, that's the name. Olawoyolu Ashegun. If anything happens to Sowore in detention, what will happen in Nigeria? Let's not even think about that yet. Nothing will happen to Sowore, I believe. Nothing. Sowore is in high spirits. I know Sowore so well, so Sowore himself already knew what will happen to him, and he already made up his mind. Oh, I just received 5,000 naira from somebody. Thank you so much. God will bless you. 5,000 naira donation just came in from somebody. Others should please send theirs. I appreciate you. Okay. Nothing will happen to Sowore. I know him. He's in high spirits. I know Sowore very well. Very well. So, and the Sowore I know doesn't worry. So, that's it. So, without even having to call Sowore or without even having to talk to him in prison, I know his psychology at the moment as we speak. I know him. So, don't worry. Sowore will be fine. Nothing will happen to him. So, when we get to the bridge, at any rate, we'll cross it. Thank you, BJ. Telegram Reconciliation Ministry. I'll give you Telegram information tomorrow. Put your account number in that picture post you usually do. I'm not using my regular studio stuff for reason that I'm not using my regular studio stuff because of the network problem. The machine I used to do my normal studio setup, the internet I have cannot carry it. The internet strength I have can only do mobile thing like this for now. But let me call it again if you want to write it down. I'm joining. I need to sleep. Yeah, I know. It's not easy. But even if I finish this live stream, I will not still sleep. There are so many calls on my second phone that I have to return. You know, as I'm doing this live, the calls are coming, and I understand that they are all very important from the comrades. So let me call the account number again for the person asking me to display it on the screen. 0036909767. 0036909767. That's it. Tessie, you're welcome. Yeah, been a while. Plenty water. It's not that I don't want to have followers that do not dissent or have opposing views. I just don't like people being deliberately stupid. If you bring your own arguments and I feel you are making sense, I'll listen to you. I'll say okay. But if you are just trying to deliberately just twist what is obvious, no. I will not block you. I've not blocked you since you have been making your opposite comments. I've never done that. It's just that I may ignore you. That's just it. And let me also even reveal that you will see on our page earlier today we posted. We had to go and look for where Tinubu made the statement of revolution in the newspaper, and we pasted. And it was because everybody was saying, why will you be using the word revolution? And we were like, but Tinubu also used the phrase common sense revolution during his time, and we followed him to say common sense revolution when we were tired of the old order, and we were thinking that Tinubu would be the face of the new order, not knowing that they were regrouping under another name to continue the same thing. Okay, so that's just the thing. So plenty water, if you come up with superior arguments that cannot be flawed, I will listen to you. But if you are just trying to use sentiment for no reason, I will just ignore. Okay. You saw my interview with him. Who? Osar Stevens says, I think this match should be done in mass, not in groups. That will destabilize the police from arresting. Exactly. But it is not easy to mobilize people in Nigeria if you don't have big money. So the few people that you saw coming out are people who are passionate and who are zealous to doing it. Stop your me, wait for comments section. You are disturbing Shegun streaming. Got you, bro. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Plenty Water, for understanding. Okay, Femi Falana. Yes, I interviewed Femi Falana. I'm going to be interviewing more people tomorrow. I need money. Enugbe to move. Struggle is not easy. Alright, people. That's it for tonight. I gotta go to bed now. You know, I'm alone. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have anybody to talk to. So me too, I'm in prison. I'm in my own self-created solitary confinement. Solitary confinement created by myself for myself. It's not easy. Struggle. It's not easy. No party for jungle. You know, if you really want to do this comradely work, no party for jungle. The comments are now pausing like when I'm about to go. Yeah. Have you seen an alert? They come in like that. If it makes sense, go on. Shegun, why you was not there? I was there now. Why was I not there? They almost arrested me. I was the first to have been arrested among the journalists. But you know now. Shegun, I'm just joining. Please, what are we Nigerian celebrities joining this movement? Forget celebrities. So celebrities for Nigeria, they are celebrities. In Nigeria, they are celebrities. Except for a few of them. Fast the Bad Guy and the other ones. Idris Abdulkarim. You know. Celebrities in Nigeria are just looking for fake life, toto and money. Nothing more. I was there. I did little streaming that I could. My phone the network was fumbling, you know. I wish I was recording instead of streaming safe, you know. But I was there. Thank you, Nobet Jare. They for no believe I did there. Why will I run? No be today I cover protest. Abiola, Shegun, NPF, celebrities, I talk to them anyhow. I don't believe in them anymore. We should stop believing in celebrities. If we build ourselves up, we won't need them. They will become irrelevant. They want to be relevant and they will become irrelevant, except for the few of them who are ready to feel the pulse of the masses and work for them. Okay. We need monetization. We need mobilization. Enugbe. Seriously. They all show up, yeah. Alright, people. Gotta go now. Love y'all.